Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Coach's Corner. I am just home from the PSG game, or should I say Arsenal versus PSG. It's late, but I couldn't go to sleep without talking about what we witnessed tonight. This is the first time I can say in a while that I feel as if Arsenal taught a team a lesson. Like, we very much handed out a footballing lesson today, and we did it all while not getting out of gear free. You know, a few players tonight, Arsenal players, were pretty much playing in their warm up tracksuits, and it felt good, to be honest. Atmosphere in the stadium was electric, but I have to say a lot of that had to do with the fact that the PSG fans are mental and. And they've been mental. I would highly recommend anybody, if you want to see a match anytime soon in Europe or anything, I'd honestly say go to Paris for sure. They are really. This is my second or third time, I want to say, watching Paris. I've seen them once in Paris, but yeah, the fans are just nuts, absolutely nuts. But on the football, I was very shocked about Marino making it into the squad. I can't lie. I wasn't shocked with the actual first team selection. You guys can catch up with us on the pre-match Q&A or hangout on Instagram. Me and Gabby did one. But yeah, I wasn't shocked with our lineup, to be honest. The only thing I thought potentially Gabby Jesus may come in, because obviously Gabby Martinelli has played a lot of minutes, and we know what Gabby Jesus is like in the Champions League. But yeah, he wasn't selected, and when he came on, I can see why. But yeah, I suppose the best place to start, I've got like just four major talking points. The best place to start, I think, is our midfield and their midfield. The oldest midfielder they had today was 24 years old, but he was all of 4'5". In fact, not a single one of their midfielders was anywhere close. That starting midfielders were anywhere close to 6 foot. Like, I genuinely think the tallest midfielder there was probably about 5'8", I want to say, which is crazy when you look at what Arsenal put out today. So on a physical standpoint, they just weren't going to compete. But then we're talking about their age. Vitinha is 24 years old. Neves is 20 years old. Warren Zaire-Emery is 18 years old. In terms of experience, in terms of physicality, it was a complete and utter mismatch. And it showed. This was probably Five's best game since Tottenham away in 22-23 season. Like, hands down. It was so easy for him. And I think in the second or third minute, maybe anyway, somewhere within the first 5 minutes, I saw Timber goes past Barcola. I was like, and Barcola didn't even think about chasing him. And I was like, oh yeah, this will be a routine win for us. That was all the confirmation I needed for that. And then I saw how the midfield battle turned out, and they were half-arsing it. I don't want to be disrespectful actually and say they were half-arsing it. I want to say they weren't 100% convinced if were they going to commit to a high press, or were they going to commit to a mid block basically. And they kept on doing it in and out, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But we got out very, very easily. We were getting out very, very easily, and it was just when Arsenal decided to turn it on, especially in that first half, there was nothing PSG could do to stop us. Honestly, the midfield combinations were great. Trossard dropping deep into like the midfield on the left hand side, and then Martinelli making that run infield, similar to what Saka would do, and White would give him the ball. Like, that move, even if I saw it once or twice in the first half, that move was always an option, and PSG were aware of it. But then because they were focused on trying to stop that, gaps open up somewhere else. And it's always nice to see that Arsenal have so many different options and rotations. But our midfield today was just, and the fact that we got so much help from our fullbacks was just, yeah, they had no answer for it. I saw Hakimi, inverting. He got all these Dre coming out wide. There was nothing for him in the middle at all. We shut that shit down ASAP. But yeah, I think overall our midfield was just way too dominant, way too dominant for them. And yeah, Marino made his debut. He looked a little bit off the pace, to be honest, but it's good that he's got minutes. He's getting minutes in these systems. I will say that I was genuinely shocked that Fabian Ruiz didn't start. I don't know if he was carrying an injury particularly, but very, very shocked he didn't start. I suppose my second point is Timber. Timber is the best player in the world, guys. So I'm sorry to say, he's the best player in the world. He absolutely locked up. Barcolo's been on fire this season, by the way. Like, Barcolo is a fantastic footballer, and Timber absolutely locked him up, and then he went one better and had him running back the opposite direction. But Barcolo couldn't hang with him for the whole first half. Barcolo couldn't hang with him with the ball, without the ball. He could not hang with him. He's just a fantastic footballer, and it's the tactical flexibility that he gives us, because at some point he's going to play midfield for us. Even if it's an injury crisis, whatever, we're going to experiment with him in midfield, because it's clear at fullback he's fine. There's nothing you can teach him at fullback. He's absolutely out of this world. And it really helped with liberating Saka. Saka wasn't at his glittering best today, but because of how well Timber played, I feel as if the right hand side was more balanced anyway. He did all the heavy lifting, and Saka could get a goal from a free kick. It was that easy. I suppose when we're talking about Timber, I've got to talk about Calafiori as well. Calafiori, again, once again, was popping up in the right half space. But apparently, to me, I was told he's a left back, but it was popping up in the right half space. And then to make things even worse, he just ended up playing right back in the second half and was, he was fine, absolutely fine, no bother at all. I will say, I want to go back to my point about Arsenal teaching them a lesson. It's very rare you see that from Arsenal in Europe, genuinely, especially when we're playing another big team. This is the best team in France. Not the biggest, because the biggest team in France is still Arsenal, but this is the best team in France. And they've got a very good and experienced manager who's won everything pretty much. And we completely and utterly schooled them. And it feels good. This is the kind of performance that it will send a message for sure. And I'm not saying that PSG are like the best team in Europe or whatever, but it was such a stroll for Arsenal. All the good teams and good managers looking, I think Arsenal could have easily went up at 2 or 3, 4 levels. You know what I mean? It wasn't that hard for them. Trossard was out of this world. This is the best performance I think he's given in that hybrid midfield / 9.5 role that we've got him doing right now. Easily his best performance. He was dancing in and out of these guys. His assist itself was absolutely crazy. And yeah, I think he's one of those players that when he's hot, you just have to keep playing him. You do have to keep playing him. Like, I know we've got other options and whatever else, but when he's in this kind of form and he's very much clearly a streaky player, keep playing Trossard. Just keep playing him, because he will create and he will score. Regardless of how you feel about him, he is a streaky player and he is so deadly and so decisive. I remember last year, pretty much the beginning of last season, I was like, Martinelli's still our best finisher. I mean, Trossard is a great finisher. He's probably our best ball striker. But Martinelli, to me, is still our best finisher. No. Trossard is our best ball striker. He's our best finisher. And I think, yeah, credit to him. He's just fantastic, man. Right now, he's just absolutely out of this world. But yeah, I think I will leave it there. Just a quick roundup. Very, very pleased. Southampton on the weekend. Hoping to see some more rotation, maybe potentially even 1 or 2 surprises in the starting lineup. But it'll be good to round off before the international break with a significant win and potentially, hopefully, City and Liverpool dropping points again. So yeah, I've been Coach. Take it easy. Peace. Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Plenty.